Jess, you sent something a couple days ago. Everyone in the Texas Chainsaw Massacre crew was killed.
No, that's
All right.
extreme.
Oh,
That's super
God.
extreme.
They're all dead. I haven't heard about it though.
Everyone react to that, so
No,
Great.
they it was just unsafe working environment. Like the actresses were almost killed. They were like actually beating the shit out of them. I didn't
What?
actually click the article, but
Well, let's click that shit and find out because I don't know who
I
these
just
people
typed
are.
in Texas chain smokers.
What are they up to? They got a tour coming up?
I don't know. I don't really like the chain smokers, so it's funny that
That it was your first result?
wasn't even a result. I typed it in.
Well, I didn't watch the movie, but it was like a Netflix exclusive, I guess. Or am I wrong? Texas Chainsaw Massacre.
It was on Netflix. I don't know if it was an exclusive, but it was definitely on Netflix.
Well, I just know people on set. Well, there was one guy who was on set. He was actually he was one of the guys who said COVID is fake. He's like, it's all fake, bro. Mm-hmm. And then went on to tell me about how excited he was that Texas Chainsaw Massacre was coming out on Netflix. And I was like, okay, I guess I know who I'm dealing with because he was very excited for this movie.
Completely honest, I think that's everyone in that camp. They're all anyone in the COVID is like just fake camp, like purely doesn't even exist, is also incredibly excited for this version. I think that's a 1-to-1. That Venn diagram is the circle kind of situation because I don't know a single person who believes either one of those. Like I know people who downplay COVID, and I know people who like are like, oh, I'll watch it, I guess. But like anyone who I don't know a single person who is excited for it, and I don't know a single person who's like, not COVID's not even real, bro. Like
straight up. First thing I heard him say, I just met him, and some old white Italian dude came up to us and he was like, "You heard what the CDC said 3 days ago?" I don't know what the fuck he was even talking about, but I was like, well, it was 3 days ago and haven't heard anything about it. So I'm going to assume whatever it is that you're talking about is not that either real or I don't, whatever. I don't know whatever.
It says that they called it the Last Supper. Like the cast and the crew were referring to the shoot as the Last Supper.
Because they all thought they were going to die.
Humidity outside and inside were so high that they would run outside for oxygen and to vomit, like periodically. It says
How is it production's fault? How is it production's fault that it was hot outside? Tell
they didn't have AC inside either. If it's like super hot and and the production is not providing cool for me, I'm going to flip the fuck out.
Well, it's COVID. I don't think we can provide air conditioners. We only can provide like humidifier things.
First of all, it wasn't COVID when the fucking Texas Chainsaw Massacre filmed.
What? This movie wasn't. This movie was filmed more than 2 years ago.
What?
This movie is brand new.
What?
The Texas Chainsaw Massacre on Netflix. The new.
Oh, it's a new one? I thought it was the same one this whole time.
No, it's brand new.
Oh. I thought it was the old one this whole fucking time.
Why would the guy on Eric's set be excited just exclusively for the film from like what 1986?
Oh, dude, the horror community's full of weirdos, bro.
How would that information have just slipped out now?
Even still, they need to not make sure the crew is not vomiting. So,
what if it's part of the film?
Yeah.
And I guess that sucks.
What if they couldn't hack the fake blood?
They wouldn't let the actors wash or change their clothes for 5 weeks for continuity.
Okay,
and the set was littered with dead dog and cattle parts. Oh my God, I would fucking die.
But was it actually?
Yes, it was actually dead dogs and cattle parts.
The props people didn't have fake.
They were just trying to make a snuff film with like Netflix money. Like that's all. Someone was like, well, we could just call it the Texas Chainsaw Massacre. As long as they don't literally die, we'll get away with it. In fact, horror aficionados will eat this shit up. Be like, that's a real dog that's dead right there. Like,
oh my God. So one of the actors, the prop knife kept malfunctioning. And she was like going so stir crazy from everything that she was like, you know what, fuck it, and cut her own finger because they were doing so many takes. She was getting so frustrated that she just cut her fucking finger.
Did they use it?
You gotta cut me, Paulie.
Got me.
Well, who's Hanson? That's what I want.
Not Paulie. Mickey, God damn it.
I don't know. It's been forever since I watched the Rocky movies.
I literally just watched it like 3 days ago.
And from the 90s, Bob, they were in Texas Chainsaw Massacre.
Ew, this is a quote from somebody. It says, I can't tell the names because it's weird, but it says, I didn't find out till years later I was actually sucking on her blood. See, this is why I said years later, it's got to be it's got to be like, it's got to be old, bro.
The movie that just came out is brand new on Netflix. Maybe the article that you found was about the movie from 40 years ago.
Well, it just came out because it was like trending in a news topic. That's why I sent it in the first place.
So it's got to be the new one. But maybe it was filmed before COVID. Could be.
But the ending part of that quote is kind of, which is kind of erotic, really. So he said, I didn't find out till years later I was actually sucking on her blood, which is kind of erotic.
So he liked it.
This is so weird, dude.
What's happening right now? Are any of these actors still around? Like, were they nobodies or were they people that we know?
Okay,
Jim Cito played a maniac.
I found out principal photography commenced August 17th, 2020 in Bulgaria.
COVID wasn't over there.
Nah, not yet. But like
in Bulgaria. That's but also 2020. So what month did you say?
August.
So they didn't give a fuck. They were just like, we're doing this.
So one of the scenes that they had to beat up the girl,
mm-hmm.
they actually really were hitting her. And they said every time they'd try it, she would come up with more bruises. And then he's like, finally, after a few takes, they started to go with it and had fun doing it. And they were like really slugging her. They did 8 shots. And then they were finally like, okay, that's the take. And then after, she just fainted because they beat her up so bad.
Imagine doing all this terrible shit, living through all this terrible shit to get a 4.9 out of 10.
Right? Like for the fucking for a horror movie, like get the fuck out of here.
Not even just for a horror movie, for a movie that no one cares about.
No, the checks is, I like that movie. I like horror movies, so I did get it, but like
the one that just came out that we're reading about. You like that one?
No, not this one. I mean, I like the old one.
Got a 31% on Rotten Tomatoes. It's killing it.
The old one?
The current one.
No, the old one I like, not this one. I didn't even see this one. As you could tell, I didn't even know this was a new one.
We're exclusively talking about the new one. That's the only one we care about in terms of we're not breaking the news on like the 19 Chainsaw Massacre. It's exclusively 2022 Netflix special.
Is it
on Rotten Tomato? And apparently, fucking, they just abused the shit out of everyone on set. So clearly, it was worth it. They got great shots. all that forced method acting did great for the cinematography.
It did. Look like,
there's like so much more that they did too. Like there's like the whole. It's like the thing is like I'm only halfway through the fucking article.
It did look like a pretty movie.
Not even a pretty movie.
It was shot well.
Oh my god.
Yeah, I'm certain that it
was made for only $140K. Shut the fuck up.
Well, that's why they had to really fucking.
No. The first one.
God damn it! If I hear anything about the first one again,
not talking about the. Why do you keep?
Because it's confusing. They don't specify in the article.
Why is the article talking about the first one? It was 40 years ago.
Because it was a massive hit and grossed $26.5 million off of 140,000.
Did anyone get their ass beat in real life on that set? Otherwise,
no,
I don't want to hear about it.
I was going to say, did it come out this year? Did it come out this month?
Did it come out 6 days ago?
Yeah, but I still don't think they're talking about the new one. Let me see.
God damn it. I'm over it.
All right, let's just talk about Beyblade.
Be on the lookout for Texas Chainsaw Massacre on Netflix.